I was just doing just had someone ask me a question about what I've learned about Carolina Reaper plants to get this far. It's a fair question. It's quite complex, so I'm just going to knock this out as fast as I can. These big bushy ones is mine, and these ones here I bought from a third party, which ChatGPT says they're Carolina Reapers, even though they look very, very different. So I've had it gone through about 40, 50 seeds just to get this far. I've tried germinating them in tissue and all that. To be honest with you, just doing in pots for the third time, I managed to get about 8 plants. 8 plants are sort of up here to the right. Okay, that's where I am on that. So you get them up to about that high sort of thing, and then you do the transplant. Now this bed has 4 lots of 65 kilo from Bunnings soil. It was a dead, this was very dead. We're having trouble growing anything in here. So I got 4 lots of 65 kilo from Bunnings, and it's one of those 11M1 mix things. And that's what we planted into. Then all of a sudden they started struggling. All right. They struggled, and I never lost any, but there were ants everywhere. And I started checking out the ants, and ants wasn't the big problem at all. It turns out ants grow aphids. So underneath all these leaves, when they were young plants, there were aphids fucking everywhere, like thousands of them, and I didn't even know they were there. So then I end up buying this stuff to control the aphids, and I have sea salt and thrown around fertilizer in it, and I've thrown ant killer, outdoor ant killer in it, which has pulled it all back, and that's when it started going off okay, but I started getting these grasses up. So I've recently shadowed it and then poisoned. So this is 6 months old. These are 6-month-old plants, man. So it's been I have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get this far, but I don't think I would need to spend that again. Now, where are we right now? Aphids are underway. I've just checked though. I've got this spotty stuff on the leaves underneath, so I'm a bit concerned. I haven't treated it yet, but since I've got flowers coming up right now, I'm sort of going to leave it alone a little bit. So I'm just doing I've also learnt to self-pollinate with a Q-tip, roll them around each one. I can't remember whether I did that one over there. Their plants are not, they got flowers coming, but they're not up that level yet. Look, the other thing, this is the other thing, is Carolina Reaper is the second hottest chili plant. It's been superseded by the Pepper X, the new ones. Now, Carolina Reapers, you couldn't buy the seeds. You could only buy the hot sauce, the products made from it. When they come up with the Pepper X, they release the seeds, and you can buy that from Bunnings, Fergill's, something like that is the official seeds. So just a nice quality soil and that sort of stuff. The highest you can get, there's over $250 spent on these plants right now. It's insane. Now, saying that, you can buy Carolina Reaper at a 80%, 20% vinegar mix online right now from the chili factory for like 2 liters of like $70, and you could buy that's like 2 million Scoville, and you can also buy their oil product, which is 6 million Scoville, and that shit's like $60-70 as well for a smaller lot, and that's how you make the most unedible chili products you can. So to get this far, knowing I could buy like 10 liters of Carolina Reaper ready to go sauce for like the same price, oh, it's insane, man. But anyway, the journey's on its way. I'm very happy to have flowers. So I'm there. I've started pulling off a couple of the lower leaves, but I've got new leaves coming up. But we had heavy rain the other day, so you can see a couple of my flowers have been knocked off, which is a bit upsetting. But this is 6 months to get to this stage, so what a freaking effort. Anyway, someone in the comments sort of asked where I was to hear massive amount of soil, massive amount of, had to buy this to get the aphids under control. Had to buy, there's a Yates outdoor ant killer under control. There's handfuls of those little pellet fertilizers being thrown in here. I come over every couple of days, and I've just self-pollinated, so I'll try and do a follow-up in another week or more and just see if I got fruit on its way. And I've also found out that the flower to ripe fruit is 150 days. Oh my God, imagine having to weather the storm. So we're about to go into winter now. But in Australia, Carolina Reapers are an all year round plant. So these are traditionally USA, which has shitty freaking weather, man, where Australia is nearly perfect. And I'll be starting to grow these in the Philippines very soon. I've got something coming up for the Philippines. So I know it's a bit of a longer video, and I haven't really touched on some of the questions you asked. But the bottom line is I would put them in a small pot, away from direct, sort of a little bit away from direct sunlight, but they're just really high quality soil, all right, really high quality soil. Get them up about that high so the bottom root system is completely compact. Put them in high quality soil, just dig them in there and just leave them alone, and just the pests are glued to these things, man. I'm not out of the woods yet, but anyway, I'm hopefully that will get somebody started from my mistakes. If I had to redo this again, and I will redo this again, I reckon it cost me $100 to put it together. Soil is probably the main one. Right? You got to get the soil going. You can't put this in anything. And each one of these apparently needs, like what they say, 30 litres of soil or something. Like one of the bigger pots per one of these is how you do them separately. I'm lucky enough to be at my parents' place, and possums and all that can't get to them. Anyway, 6 minutes in, hopefully we all learnt something as best we can. Weed killer, this is the one that I use to knock off the grasses. The grasses were getting a little bit out of hand, this sort of stuff. So you really got to shadow it out. This is low glyphosate. This is a very low glyphosate. All right, I'm very curious on what's happening with these. These come from a third. I bought these plants for like $5 for two, sort of thing. Ready, and they were already, but they're coming up strong. But so different, man. What the fuck's going on with that? But ChatGPT still says they're both hot chili, so a bit curious on which way they're going to go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.